It's my pleasure to be joined today by an executive who has played a fundamental role in the Rakuten telecom story. As president of Rakuten Symphony, Sharad is now responsible for bringing that innovation to mobile network operators globally. Welcome, Sharad. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you, James, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the participants.
But let's talk about some of the key changes that you've overseen in the last year from a strategy perspective at Symphony. What's been your kind of, what have you been seeking to achieve and what changes have you implemented?
So when I took over, and of course, Symphony had great vision, great products. But they, that was the time last year where we had to get to operational maturity. And it was similar in, back in 2019 and 2020 in Rakuten Mobile, we built this new network and it was quite challenging. But the important thing was, how do we stabilize? Now, in 2020, when we launched, we started getting commercial traffic. So it was very important. Okay, we have great technology, but we need to stabilize it. So Symphony a year back was kind of in similar situation. We had to stabilize our operations, our governance structure, our product, our software maturity. So that's what we have been focused in last 1 year.
Maybe you can talk about some of the lessons you've learned in the process of implementing those changes. What have been your main takeaways over that time?
From strategical perspective, what we started is, instead of focusing on end-to-end deals like what we got in Germany, we had these 4 BUs, and we started focusing on BU-specific product development and BU-specific sales. That's how we see, we have to go to market.
One question which I'm fairly sure all our viewers will be very keen to hear your take on is your plan for 2025 and your vision for the company, both in the near future and I suppose beyond that as well. What would you like to share in that respect?
I would first say about Rakuten Mobile, since Rakuten Mobile is the main, luckily, main customer for RMI. RMI success is Rakuten Symphony success. So we have to break even and be profitable as RMI. So that's the key thing from objective perspective. Second is successfully delivering, completing the migration in Germany. So those are 2 projects in hand. And third is, as I mentioned before, BU-specific sales. That's what we are enhancing now. So how do we get to the required revenue numbers for 2025?
Something that's going to play a key part of that journey and that, hitting those targets, let's say, is the role of artificial intelligence. And I think certainly Rakuten Group and Rakuten Mobile have already made significant strides in deploying and creating LLMs that are going to make a difference, So my next question really is about, how do we take those impressive gains in both in terms of AI use cases and enhanced network operations? How do those use cases in Japan offer a compelling case for what Rakuten Symphony can deliver to other international mobile network operators?
So Rakuten Mobile and Symphony, they go hand in hand. Anything, what we implement in RMI can be used by Rakuten Symphony and vice versa. So basic things are already done in last couple of years. We have shown how we can increase the rollout speed, automation, operational efficiency, how can we enhance synergy with the ecosystem, etc. Now, another example, simple example, that now this month in Rakuten Mobile, we are launching Link AI. Link is the RCS application that we use. And in Japan, if we talk about ChatGPT or other AI application, the penetration is less than 5%. And we are initially going to give it for free for all of our users. This is how we can monetize the network. One thing is connectivity. Second is what other wraparounds we can give, be it security, be it AI, in order to increase the ARPU. And this will be very useful for Symphony when we go and as Symphony, we go and talk to operators.
So Rakuten Mobile has obviously been pioneering with its fully virtualized network and Open RAN architecture. As the technology evolves, how do you foresee balancing the need for continuous innovation with operational stability, especially as the scale of our network and customer base grows Are there any new technologies or strategies that Rakuten is exploring to maintain this balance?
Yeah, of course. When it comes to Open RAN, we need to continuously, innovate things. We are, for example, in Rakuten Mobile, we started with VMs, and now with 5G, we are going to CNFs, and most likely by end of next year, we'll completely migrate all workloads in not just the RAN, but all workloads to our RCP, our own cloud. So that's one. Second is we have deployed massive MIMO, and if you look at the yesterday's open signal report, we are the best in upload speed in 4G and 5G, both downlink and uplink. But the target is to be number one all the KPIs, and we know why we are lacking, and we need to improve on those. And these are all within 3GPP specs, but we have certain features which are lagging, and we need to work on that and get to number one position in all of it. And so far, we haven't started working on 6G. So that's one thing that towards last quarter of next year, we'll start working on 6G as well.
Which industries and areas outside of telco do you see Symphony taking a lead, and which solutions and innovations do you see being deployed by Symphony in the next 5 years that relate to that?
We are not just focusing on telco. Fortunately, we have new logos in our cloud BU, and also whatever we have done in last year with Google, with especially around storage solution, that is getting a lot of traction. That's one. Second, even from OSS domain, these whichever industry is distributed, our tools in OSS is not just about AFCAP, but also about inventory management, also about the site manager. These are, I would say, industry agnostic, and these can be used by, for example, fuel stations or anything which is distributed in nature and needs centralized operation.
But what message would you give to Rakuten Symphony employees across the world?
To all Rakuten Symphony employees, I just want to say the future is bright, and our potential is limitless. We are at the forefront of technology revolution that is actually reshaping the entire telecom industry, not just in Japan, but globally. And it's all because of you, your hard work, creativity, and dedication. Overall company mission is to disrupt the industry and democratize the connectivity. So that's the focus for Symphony. And every employee has a key role in this entire vision. And I wish you all the best. And I have confidence in our team to make our vision a reality.